Everybody wants some blast of magic, 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 magic. I got the magic in me.
All right, everybody, it's time for Magician 101, the show for all magicians. We got a lot of really great questions this week. I'm going to jump right into them. Before I do, though, make sure to submit your questions for next week. All right, we're going to start with Mary Sue. Should I buy The Raven or the Tarantula by Masika? Well, Mary, I got good news and bad news. I'll tell you what you should do. The bad news is that I don't own any of those tricks. So here's what I would do if I were you. Go to your favorite magic dealer, such as Magic Geek or your favorite online store, and read the product reviews of the tricks. Just read them. See what other magicians are saying about the two. Even better, though, is to go to if you have a local brick and mortar magic store around you, go to that and ask the guy behind the counter. He'll give you real world working experience on the Raven and the Tarantula. And if you don't know what those tricks are, for people who don't know what they are, they're utility gimmicks that can vanish things. And I've heard they're both really good. So I can't give you my review on that. So definitely go check out the product reviews on your favorite magic dealer's website. All right, now Purple Link Lego 11 says, what is your least favorite trick that you own? Well, honestly, my least favorite trick I can't actually say because I don't have least favorites. I do have my favorite ones that I talked about last week that I love performing. But least favorite ones, I have a bunch of those, and they're basically tricks that I'll get really excited about the demo video or the product description. I'll get it, and I don't like the gimmick, or I don't like the method, or the handling, or the sleight of hand that's used. So I'll put it away, and I won't use it. Or I'll be really excited, I'll learn the trick, take it out on the street, or in my close-up shows or whatever, and then I will see how it goes over. And if the trick doesn't go over very well, I'll put it away as well, and I won't use it in my show. So basically, the least favorite tricks are the ones that I don't use on a regular basis. Some of them I do use on a regular basis, but not as often as some of the other ones, such as a trick that I have in here like the finger chopper. I don't use that often, but when I do use that. It's still a favorite trick of mine. But some tricks such as this guy, and this was reviewed for the 365-day magic challenge, the #1 sponge. I don't use this at all. I don't like this ending for the sponge routines. So this is one of my least favorite tricks, and I don't use it that often, and it didn't go over very well when I did put it in my shows. So that's really least favorite tricks are ones that I just don't really think they went over very well in my show, or I didn't like the method or the handling. So there's not a trick that I could definitively say is my least favorite. All right, Mr. Tadpole 221 says, wow, fantastic video, 4 exclamation points. Thanks for going so in-depth in my question, but now I have a new short question. What are your favorite tricks under 20 bucks? First of all, Mr. Tadpole, I love the in-depth questions because you sometimes have to do a lot of research with those. Now, I will tell you my favorite tricks for under $20. I don't know what kind of magic you do on a regular basis. If it's strictly card tricks, or if you're more of a prop guy and you like using props like sponge balls and things like that. But I'll give you a few tricks that I really like that I do on a regular basis that are under 20 bucks. But there's a lot of them out there. So what I recommend, it's really cool because you can go to magicgeek.com, and on their site, you can hit one of the tabs at the top of the page. So let's say you're a card man or you're a mentalist. You click the mentalism tab, and on the left-hand side, it says group by price. And you can click the price that you're looking for, and you can see other great tricks. Some of the tricks that I have that I love performing that are under 20 bucks, my favorite one has got to be Chris Ballinger's Forced Outcome. That's an instant download on Magic Geek, and I do that on the street all the time as my opener. When I do street magic, and it kills. It goes over really, really well, and people love it. So I've already done that for the Magic Challenge. You can go check out the performance video of that. And so that's a really good trick. Another one I like is the Sponge Rabbits. They're made by Goshman. They're really nice quality sponges because Goshman makes the nice quality sponges. This is the Goshman sponge right here. But it's a really great quality sponge, and the trick works for any age, not just kids, but adults love it too. So the Sponge Rabbits by Goshman are really good. Sponge balls, if you're not into, if you want to do a ball instead of a rabbit, that is definitely a really good one to do. The sponge balls. You can buy a box of sponge balls. I have my box right here. You can buy a box of these. They're about $6 and it's really, really cool. And actually, if you're willing to go over $20, you can buy, I have it over here, a bag of like 50 sponge balls. And I know some Magic dealers sell these for about like $23, $24. So if you're looking to go a little over 20, you can get a bag of these for a really good price on some Magic dealers' websites. Some other great tricks are any of them by El Capitan Magic, and those are in association with Magic Geek. So you go to Magic Geek's page and you find their El Capitan tricks. The El Capitan tricks are Chris Ballinger's Frayed Knot, Kaleidoscope Cards Elite, Triumph Deck, and 6-card repeat. I think there's one other one too, and the Chain of Silks. That's another good one. If you do a lot more stage work than close up, Chain of Silks. The El Capitan Magic Chain of Silks are about $16, and they're really good because you get. I have it right over here. It's this Chain of Silks. They're diamond silks all tied together. You get 12 of them, and you can pull them out of any standard silk production device or out of someone's pocket or purse. It's really cool. Let's see, another one that I like that's under $20. There's a lot of good card tricks like Cardtoon and the animated deck. Those are really good for under $20. Really, just like I said, go to Magic Geek and find the tab at the top of the page that suits your style of Magic, and click it. And on the left-hand side, they give you the price ranges that you can search for. Search for between. There's an option between like $10.99 and $19.99, or there's an option between 99 cents and $9.99. So you can search between those, and they give you some really good tricks. Search between the $10.99 and the $19.99 option, because you'll find the best tricks for a really inexpensive price. And also, go to tricksandwands.com. I've done some of their tricks before for the Magic Challenge. They have some really good inexpensive tricks, and all the tricks are handmade too, so that's good. All right, I'm going to save this question for last. We'll go to Jay Brothwick's question. Hi, I was thinking of investing in the pop-up performance case. What do you think of this product, and do you rate it? I was thinking of using it in my act to use as a table for stage, but I would like to know what you think, as I don't want to waste money. Thanks, you. All right, well, I don't own this product, but I've done countless number of days of research. I spent a whole day researching this topic for you and finding reviews. And the consensus from magicians who actually own this table are the same. Because it is a pop-up table, so it starts off as like a little briefcase. You open it up and it clunks down into this big pop-up table. The workings of this table to make it from briefcase to table are all inside of this table. So they're all inside of the briefcase. With that being said, unlike the briefcase table that I showed last week, the mechanism for that is all on the outside. So to screw in the base, you screw it in on the outside. With this, the mechanism to go from briefcase tables on the inside, so you lose a lot of pop-up, you lose a lot of storage space. You can store some tricks in there. So you can store a couple decks of cards, some small props like this dude, like a Rocky Raccoon can be stored in there. But you can't store anything big for kids' parties. If you're thinking of using it for kids' parties, or even for stage, you can't fit much in there. A squared circle, a staple in kids' parties that many kids' party magicians do. You can't fit a squared circle in there, according to what people have been saying online. So certain tricks won't fit in there, certain ones will. So I recommend, if you're looking for a stage table, I said I was going to review this last week, and I haven't done the review on it yet. I got to do it this weekend. Is the Joe Leffer suitcase table. That will fit a squared circle. That'll fit a sword through neck. That'll fit an educated duck. That'll fit a run rabbit run. That'll fit these two chimneys. That'll fit the stratosphere trick. It fits more than this pop-up table does. So Jay, if you're looking for a really good table to use for stage or birthday parties, go with the Joe Leffer suitcase table, because that's going to be one that is going to be really, really good. And it's going to be a little bit more than the pop-up table is going to be, because the Leffer suitcase table on some Magic websites is in the $200 range. It's expensive, but it's well worth the money if you're going to be performing a lot. If you're not going to be performing a lot, and you're just going to do a couple of stage shows here and there, I recommend getting some kind of trunk. Just get a trunk. That's all I recommend. get a trunk, and I actually have it over here. I should have had this ready. I just thought of it as I was filming this video. Get a trunk and get a table. This is a tray table, like a TV tray table. Get a TV tray table, set that up, and you can use that to put props on, and all your props can go right here inside of this trunk. You can fit props inside of this trunk, or get a trunk somewhat similar to this, and you do that, you throw your props in the trunk. Well, I guess you can't fit big props in there, but you can fit like a squared circle inside of here and some of your big props. And then you could do that, work out of the trunk and put your props on a table. All right, and also there's some big trunks at Michael's right now. Michael's Craft Store, and they're having a sale on trunks right now. I have it over here. This is one I bought from Michael's Craft Store. Here it is right here. There's actually a larger size than this, and it's you can work out of that if you wanted. All right, and the final question comes from 5555 Trumpet, and I might have added one extra 5 in there, and it says, what is your favorite magic brand? Well, my top 3 favorite magic brands are anything made by Magic Geek. That's number 1. Anything made by Magic Geek, such as Chris Ballinger's Redemption, Chris Ballinger's Frayed Knot, Chris Ballinger's Mad Sponges. I love all of the tricks Magic Geek has put out. Again, like I said in the Purple Link Legos question, like Spelling Bee is a great trick, but it doesn't fit. It didn't go really well on the street when I went out and performed it. So it's not one of my favorites that Magic Geek has put out. But a lot of stuff Magic Geek's put out has been really good. Mustache by Chris Ballinger is really good. My second favorite magic brand is the El Capitan brand. I have some of their tricks down here. And they put out some of the really great tricks that, and you can only buy them on Magic Geek, such as the Kaleidoscope Cards Elite. That's a really great trick, and Chris Ballinger's Frayed Knot, and they put out the Chain of Silks. So there's a lot of really great tricks they put out. And then some more tricks that I use in my show. Give me just one moment to put Rocky back there. One other thing that I use is a lot of the Mark Mason tricks. So Mark Mason put out a lot of really good tricks as well, such as crosswords and some other great tricks. The No Tear newspaper too. So they do a lot of really great tricks. Mark Mason's put out some great ones there as well. So those are the tricks that I love to perform, and my favorite magic brands. So that's this week's Magician 101. Thank you guys so much for watching and all the really great questions this week. Keep them coming. Next week, post any questions you may have about any magic-related topic. Remember, it can be about a trick. It can be about a prop like a table or something. It can be about struggles you're having in your performing or something you want to know about what I do when I perform. Post any of your questions down below, and I'll answer them next week. Thank you so much for watching Magician 101, and I'll see you next week for episode number 11.